Down when the narcissist can no longer control you. Understanding the aftermath when a narcissist loses control over you is crucial in navigating relationships with them. Central to a narcissist's existence is their relentless pursuit of control over others. It's not merely a preference, but an absolute necessity for them. They crave the power to manipulate and dictate your choices, effectively asserting dominance over your life. This insatiable need for control arises from their desire to ensure that you serve their interests and uphold their self-perceived superiority. When a narcissist realizes they can no longer manipulate you, you become inconsequential to their agenda. This becomes apparent when you start thinking independently or pursuing aspirations beyond their influence. At this point, their attitude towards you undergoes a drastic shift towards contempt. They may disregard your emotions, neglect your needs, or belittle you, viewing you as insignificant. In the narcissist's eyes, anyone outside their control is deemed worthless and unworthy of consideration. Narcissists harbor a profound disdain for individuals who embrace freedom and defy societal norms. They resent those who revel in life's spontaneity and strive for liberation from external and internal constraints. Their animosity extends to those who express creativity or pursue innovative ideas. Essentially, anyone who values autonomy or pursues personal fulfillment poses a threat to the narcissist's agenda of dominance and control. In the world of a narcissist, control reigns supreme, infiltrating every corner of your existence. But for those who cherish their independence, this becomes a battleground against the narcissist's domination. To them, you're not a partner but a pawn, expected to bow to their every whim. Your autonomy is dismissed, as they see you merely as an extension of themselves, rather than a unique individual with your own thoughts and desires. Resistance to their control triggers a cascade of reactions from the narcissist. They may unleash a torrent of rage, their fury boiling over into uncontrollable outbursts. Alternatively, they may opt for a colder approach, cutting you out of their life entirely. This extreme response underscores their inability to stomach any challenge to their authority and dominance. Should you find yourself cast aside by a narcissist, consider it a fortunate escape from a potentially ruinous entanglement. Yet, in most cases, a narcissist won't simply walk away from a lost battle for control. Instead, they embark on a vindictive mission to undermine and dismantle the autonomy of those who dare to slip beyond their grasp. To a narcissist, the idea of a genuine relationship is as alien as speaking a foreign language. Genuine connections are built on mutual respect and understanding, qualities that are sorely lacking in narcissistic individuals. In a genuine relationship, there's a deep bond between two people, where both parties value and honor each other's thoughts, emotions, and needs. However, narcissists are unable to form such bonds because their need for control and self-absorption overshadows any genuine connection. They simply cannot prioritize anyone else's needs or feelings above their own, rendering true relationships with them unattainable. Everything in their universe revolves around them, their desires, their feelings, and their demands. Yet, narcissists are adept at maintaining the facade of a relationship as long as it serves their agenda. If they find someone willing to endure their constant self-centered narratives and demands, they'll keep that person around. However, this connection serves only their purposes, offering them an audience and a source of narcissistic validation. This arrangement is glaringly one-sided. You'll perpetually find yourself relegated to the sidelines, your voice drowned out, and your presence barely acknowledged. In every interaction, the narcissist takes center stage, leaving you feeling overlooked and insignificant. This dynamic chips away at your sense of self-worth and identity, leaving you feeling diminished. In the eyes of a narcissist, your uniqueness and individuality hold little to no value. They show no interest in delving into the depths of your true self. To them, you're merely a commodity, valued only for what you can provide or offer them. This transactional approach to relationships eliminates any possibility of genuine emotional connection or understanding. You may yearn for a moment of authentic recognition or empathy from the narcissist, but alas, such moments are rare to non-existent. The narcissist is so consumed by their own world, thoughts, and perspectives that they're blind to yours. Your viewpoints and emotions are dismissed because, in their self-centered universe, they alone hold the ultimate truth. Should a narcissist realize they can't control you, their interest and concern for you evaporate instantly. Your worth in their eyes is solely based on how useful you are to them. Once you no longer serve their needs, you become irrelevant. Attempting to forge a genuine relationship with a narcissist is an exercise in futility. True relationships thrive on mutual connection, understanding, and appreciation of each other's feelings and needs. Yet, when it comes to narcissists, this reciprocity is conspicuously absent. They outright refuse to acknowledge or value your emotions and needs, relegating your significance in the relationship to near insignificance. Narcissists dwell within their own self-made echo chambers, where only their opinions and thoughts reign supreme. They're trapped in a world where they perceive their own perceptions and beliefs as the ultimate truth. This steadfast conviction in their infallibility empowers them to assert their viewpoints and make declarations without any need for evidence or logical reasoning. In this distorted reality, you're constantly pressured to abandon your individuality and conform to the narcissist's narrow vision of who you should be. However, it's essential to recognize and uphold your inherent right to autonomy and self-determination. You possess the innate ability to think independently, harbor your own beliefs, and make choices guided by your convictions and values. Safeguarding this fundamental freedom against the narcissist's attempts to undermine it is paramount. The narcissist's relentless need for control springs from their profound struggle to manage their own emotions and behaviors. They desperately attempt to conceal their inner turmoil and insecurities by imposing their will onto others, mistakenly believing that domination equals freedom. In conclusion, if you resonated with the insights shared in this expansive discussion, I invite you to delve deeper by engaging with this content. Show your support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay updated on future content. Your interaction and support mean a lot, and I'm grateful for your time spent watching this video. I eagerly anticipate continuing this dialogue with you in the days ahead. The hallmarks of narcissism include grandiosity, a lack of empathy, and a constant need for admiration. Being in a relationship with a narcissist can be incredibly challenging, often leaving victims in a state of mental turmoil, making it difficult for them to move forward with their lives. Emotional recovery from such relationships can take years. One crucial aspect to grasp about interactions with narcissists is their refusal to take responsibility for their actions. Instead of owning up to their behavior, they shift blame onto their victims, using manipulation and gaslighting techniques to distort reality and undermine their victims' confidence. This can leave individuals feeling confused and doubting their own perceptions, exacerbating their emotional distress. Once a narcissist has achieved their goals or lost interest, they swiftly move on, often discarding their targets as if they never mattered. This abrupt abandonment can leave victims feeling hurt and bewildered, struggling to make sense of what went wrong. Narcissists typically view others as mere tools for their own gratification, showing little empathy or concern for their well-being. In the following discussion, we'll explore the 7 cardinal sins perpetrated by narcissists and how they evade accountability for their actions. Don't forget to click subscribe to stay updated and keep the conversation going. Increasing awareness about narcissism is crucial for fostering understanding and support. First and foremost, narcissists are among the most emotionally draining individuals one can encounter. They thrive on exploiting your humanity, honesty, and mental faculties. Their desire to control others gives them a sense of power and satisfaction. They relish in their ability to manipulate, dominate, and inflict harm upon you. But at what expense? It comes at the cost of your own well-being. What exactly do you sacrifice? Your mental stability deteriorates, making it difficult to discern reality from illusions and impairing your ability to process and retain information. Your perspective becomes distorted, and so do your emotions. They show no concern for your identity or the harm they cause. All they care about is obtaining what they desire, regardless of the consequences. Gaslighting, taken to an extreme level, is their second major offense. They manipulate your narrative, emotions, and perception of reality to suit their agenda. They twist your words and thoughts, aiming to control your actions and coerce you into compliance. They envelop you in their web of deceit, distorting your beliefs about yourself, them, and the world around you. What is the narcissist's sinister motive? To exploit you for their own gain, shifting blame onto you for things you didn't do, faults you don't possess, and criticism for actions you never took. Allowing someone to exert such control over your life is unacceptable, leading you to treat yourself poorly, lose self-worth, and forget your own identity and purpose. The third egregious offense is the deliberate ignorance displayed by narcissists. Narcissists believe they always know what they want and need, yet they fail to acknowledge it. They possess the capability to be courteous, self-aware, and responsible, yet they choose not to exercise it. There are instances when the narcissist alters their behavior to appease you, fearing the loss of control or abandonment in the relationship. They may become more pleasant temporarily, but it's puzzling why they wouldn't maintain such behavior when they knew it was essential for sustaining the friendship. In order to maintain the relationship, they recognize the necessity of providing basic respect, understanding, compassion, presence, intention, love, and care. Despite this awareness, they deliberately refuse to fulfill these needs, leaving you to plead for the bare minimum of what should have been freely given. It's crucial to acknowledge the positive aspects that could have nurtured the friendship, yet they chose to ignore your requests deliberately. When direct control over you proved futile, they resorted to tarnishing your reputation. Even upon learning the falsehoods they spread, they persisted, concocting lies solely to harm you. This vindictive behavior stemmed from their deep-seated animosity. It's challenging to maintain respect for someone who thrives on causing harm, rather than resolving issues amicably. While acknowledging that conflicts are inevitable, I've tried to move on from the past and allow for healing. However, their actions persisted unabated. Unable to directly manipulate you, they enlisted others to besmirch your reputation with unfounded allegations. Their smear campaign distorted others' perceptions of you, detrimentally impacting your professional and personal life. Their indifference to your suffering was evident, if not welcomed, as they sought to bolster their own ego by orchestrating your downfall. Such vindictiveness, fueled by jealousy or spite, is unacceptable and highlights their toxic nature. Sin no. 5. Covert conquests and concealed affairs. Imagine stumbling upon their clandestine liaisons, only to witness their futile attempts at deception. Who would dare to tread such treacherous ground? When confronted, They weave a tangled web of denial, gaslighting, and deflection, casting doubt upon your very sanity. Their emotional void is staggering. At this juncture, I hesitate to attribute their behavior to a disorder. It feels more akin to the moral bankruptcy of a soul adrift in darkness. This betrayal cuts deep, plunging into the abyss of wickedness, where one knowingly inflicts harm, then seeks to shroud the truth in shadows. If this isn't the epitome of malevolence, then what is? Forgiveness becomes an elusive phantom, vanishing amidst the corrosive fog of narcissism that erodes trust to its very core. With each deceitful act, they rend the fabric of your shared reality, leaving you adrift in a sea of uncertainty. As you awaken from the illusion, the truth pierces through the veil of deceit, laying bare the falsehoods that once cloaked your relationship. The aftermath leaves scars that run deep, rendering trust a fragile relic of a bygone era, forever tarnished by the betrayal of deceit. The sixth transgression manifests in physical violence. While not all narcissists resort to physical aggression, those who do inflict such harm instill a deep-seated insecurity in their victims. The mere thought of encountering them again evokes a lingering fear, casting a shadow over the victim's sense of security for years to come. Their very essence becomes tainted by the trauma inflicted by the narcissist's abuse, leaving them on edge even in seemingly safe environments. Having experienced firsthand the brutality of a narcissistic father, I view those who resort to physical harm with utter disdain. In moments of violence, one's humanity is eclipsed by a callous disregard for the well-being of others. Such acts reveal a darkness devoid of empathy, a malevolence unleashed without restraint. The seventh and final cardinal sin is abusive behavior. Narcissists perceive others as mere commodities to exploit and discard at their convenience. Fueled by their sense of superiority and entitlement, they consider individuals as expendable resources. This mindset extends to how they acquire possessions or evade accountability for their actions. When they pursue someone, it's not out of genuine interest, empathy, or a desire to establish meaningful connections. Rather, their motives are driven by selfish desires for material gain, power, or other benefits unrelated to genuine human connection. Their interactions are devoid of genuine care or concern. They only seek to manipulate and exploit others for their own gain. Seeing people as mere tools to satisfy their own desires reflects their lack of empathy and self-centered nature. The topic of exploitation is multifaceted and warrants further exploration in future discussions. If you found this episode informative and engaging, please share your thoughts in the comments section. Your feedback is valuable. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and share. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we will delve deeper into this topic and explore ways to make positive changes. Hello, wonderful souls. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the intriguing realm of human relationships. Have you ever experienced that inexplicable connection in a relationship? You know, the kind of bond that leaves you puzzled, questioning what's really happening. Well, you're not alone. In today's video, we're peeling back the layers to uncover the truth behind that peculiar behavior that seems so out of the ordinary. But before we dive in, if you're ready to gain some clarity and insight, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our thought-provoking content. Oh, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Alright, let's jump right in. Today, we're delving into why narcissists behave the way they do and how it all links back to their struggle with connection. It's a fascinating topic, so buckle up and get ready for some enlightening revelations. Let's get started. Alright, let's hit the rewind button and unravel this from the start. Imagine this. You meet someone, and it feels like you've stumbled upon your perfect match. They shower you with affection, making you feel like the center of their universe, and every moment together feels like hitting the love jackpot. Now you're definitely not alone in experiencing this. In fact, I'd venture to say that a staggering 95% of people have been down this road before. But here's the twist. As enchanting as it seems, the magic doesn't last. Suddenly, the dynamics shift. The once fiery passion cools, intimacy wanes, and you're left pondering what went awry. So why does this tale take such a turn? Well, when you're deep in the midst of it, understanding can feel like grasping at elusive shadows. You anticipated your relationship to blossom, not plateau. But here's the hard truth. The individual you were enamored with isn't exactly who they portrayed themselves to be. Sure, they may have swept you off your feet initially, but now their true colors are emerging. The effort they once poured into the relationship starts to dwindle. The affection, the attention, it all begins to fade into the background. And here's the kicker. It's not that they're incapable of keeping up the facade. They're actively choosing not to. That whirlwind romance you experienced, it was a masterful illusion. They can't sustain that intensity because it's not a reflection of their genuine self. When you start sensing a shift in your relationship, don't brush it off. Don't hold on to the illusion that things will magically revert to how they used to be. It's time to confront reality. The honeymoon phase has run its course, and there's no going back. When someone's putting on an act, it's like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Sooner or later, that facade will crumble. Relationships operate on the same principle. If you're not bringing your authentic self into the equation, it's destined to hit a dead end. You can't sustain pretense indefinitely. Now imagine this scenario. Initially, everything is blissful. Your partner lavishes you with attention, elevating you to cloud 9. But then the dynamics shift. Suddenly, they're not the person you initially fell for. They withdraw, play mind games, leaving you puzzled. So, why the abrupt transformation? Well, once they've ensnared you, they expect you to reciprocate the same level of devotion. It's as if they've laid a trap, and now you're ensnared in this cycle of give and take. But here's the twist. When you begin to pull away, they might resort to using sex as a tool of manipulation. Yes, you heard it right. They'll withhold intimacy to toy with your emotions, to assert control over you. It's twisted, but they resort to such tactics to manipulate you into fulfilling their desires. They're banking on the notion that you'll capitulate, that you'll go to great lengths to mend the situation. And it's not a reflection of your weakness or vulnerability. It's merely how our brains are wired. When something essential is denied to us, we're more inclined to go to extremes to regain it. It's a warped form of control, a perverse game they play to maintain dominance over you. But let's face the truth. It's not love. It's abuse, clear and simple. Now let's delve into how healthy relationships operate. In a typical healthy relationship, when you feel that attraction and love for someone, you express it through intimacy, often through sex. It's a means of demonstrating care and deepening your connection with each other. Through intimacy, you bond and forge a stronger relationship. However, with narcissists, authenticity is absent. They aren't even in touch with themselves, let alone with you. So how can they form a bond with you? How can they connect when they're merely playing a role? They can't. That's why it's effortless for them to manipulate the situation, using the withholding of intimacy as a tool to assert control over you. It's a twisted situation, laying the groundwork for a trauma bond. You're left grappling with their actions, but it's akin to grasping at smoke. They want you to yield, to comply with their demands, to be subservient. Unfortunately, In the midst of confusion, you might find yourself acquiescing simply because you seek clarity. Yet, let's not lose sight of reality. It's not about love or fostering a healthy relationship. It's about the narcissist feeling dominant, feeling superior. They thrive on exerting control and manipulation, and this toxic cycle isn't specific to you. They've likely employed it in every relationship they've had. So, if you find yourself ensnared in this cycle, recognize that it's not your fault, and it's far from normal. It's abusive conduct, plain and simple. And if you require guidance navigating through this, I provide personalized consultations. However, bear in mind that comprehending what's occurring marks the initial stride toward liberating yourself from their clutches. You merit more than being controlled and manipulated. As we navigate the intricacies of relationships, it becomes clear that the initial excitement often fades, leaving us bewildered about what went awry. The honeymoon phase, marked by intense passion and affection, inevitably gives way to reality, unveiling the true essence of our partners. When the facade crumbles and authenticity emerges, it can be a stark wake-up call. The individual we were enamored with turns out to be different from whom they portrayed, leading the relationship down a negative path. It's imperative to heed the warning signs when someone's genuineness diminishes, and they resort to manipulative and controlling tactics. When intimacy is wielded as a tool for dominance, it serves as a red flag for abuse rather than genuine care. Narcissists thrive on asserting power and nurturing their ego, often disregarding their partner's well-being in the process. If you find yourself entangled in this toxic cycle, remember that it's not your fault, and you deserve better. Seeking support and comprehending the dynamics at play is the initial step toward liberating yourself from their grasp. Before we conclude, we want to extend our gratitude to our incredible viewers who have made our content possible. If you appreciate what we produce and wish to support us, consider contributing as little as $1 on our Ko-Fi page. Every donation, regardless of size, greatly assists us in maintaining and enhancing the quality of our content. As a special token of appreciation for those who choose to become members, your name will be highlighted at the start of our videos, showcasing our gratitude for your generous support. Your backing enables us to continue crafting the content you cherish, and we cannot thank you enough for being an integral part of our community. Find the Ko-Fi link in the description below and become a cherished member of our journey. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you found this discussion illuminating. Your engagement fosters a community of awareness and empowerment. Thank you for embarking on this voyage of self